You got to do the TV thing where you go like 5, 4.
So you don't stop saying anything until 2. So it's 2, 5, right. 4, 3.
Daniel, he just put up a 2 on 3.
How many? All right, so prove. How many hosts does it take to count down from 5? Apparently, it takes 3 to do it correct.
All 3 of us, yeah. Wayne's World, party on.
Wayne's World was not wrong.
Oh my!
Which reminds me, I should probably pull up the soundboard and all of our sound
checks.
You didn't do that. Else. Well, I didn't get it pulled up. Hold on.
Every day it's like the first day.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh my God!
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
Was that Chad having one of his sexy dance parties?
Nah, it was the Alley A intro. Sorry, wrong one.
Yikes.
I don't know.
You saying no so dismissively does infer that you do have sexy dance parties.
I do, actually, yeah.
Dan's like, it's too early for this bullshit.
It is too early. I literally woke up less than an hour ago.
Oh, nice. Welcome to my world.
I haven't been feeling well the last few days, so I've been on the couch, sicking it up, and so I woke up like 45 minutes ago. So
what did you watch? You were looking for recommendations yesterday.
See, I watched a lot of junk.
Nice.
What did I watch? You know what? I was halfway through Moon Knight.
Okay.
And I watched a half of an episode of Moon Knight, and I'm still halfway through Moon Knight.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into that one.
Yeah.
I watched all 6 episodes of Miss Marvel in one sitting, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
fun for what it is.
What else did I? Okay, so I watched Star Trek Into Darkness. I was hey, it's been 8 years. Let me see if this is still a dumpster fire. Guess what?
It is.
Still a dumpster fire. Still a dumpster fire. It was strange. It was a strange experience though, because like the anger had faded. The anger had faded, so it's like I allowed myself to enjoy seeing these characters again. Even if I wasn't enjoying exactly what they were doing, it was enjoyable to see them again and see them in action. And Simon Pegg, he's pretty funny as Scotty. I enjoyed that stuff. The story, absolute trash, absolute trash.
Was it a case of you're not just mad, you're just disappointed?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much. So I
Star
watched
Trek
that. What else did I watch? I watched the Elvis movie.
Okay.
I watched the Elvis movie, which has a couple of Star Trek connections, believe it or not. I don't know if either of you watched it yet.
Not yet.
I have not.
Okay. Well, there's a scene where he's filming a Christmas special, and it's an NBC Christmas special, and this is in the late 1960s, and they're in the hallway, and there's these big posters on the wall in the hallway, and it's Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock and Uhura, because that was one of their shows on the air at the time. And then there was another one in like the very first scene, but it actually has a historical inaccuracy that I immediately picked up on. The initials, the first scene takes place in 1997 in Las Vegas, where his manager had a heart attack, and it was at the International Hotel where Elvis performed like a million times, which is also known as the Las Vegas Hilton. And because of that, there was the Star Trek The Experience sign out front with the the Enterprise and whatnot. Except that by 1997, that hotel was not known as the International anymore. It was known as the Las Vegas Hilton. But it was featured so heavily in that movie as the Hotel International that
they kept it that way.
They kept it that way because I think they would have had to find a way to explain to the audience that it's no longer called this; it's called that.
Yeah,
so, makes sense. Makes sense.
But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, I haven't gone to look and see how much of it is historically accurate and how much they took license with, but he had an interesting life, Elvis.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, I do want to.
He's basically the Eminem of his time.
Did he get his career in a rap battle?
Pretty much everything he is, he took from black artists and made it his own. I mean, I had heard that before in the past. You know, rock and roll is a blend of country music and R&B music. Everybody knows that. But excuse me, I didn't know. Like, he actually spent time with these artists and would go see them and hung out with them and then you know, took all their stuff and made it his own. But I'd also like to see. I'd also be interested to know, like, in the movie, he made no bones about it that, you know, this is black music that I'm doing. He didn't try to hide it at all, and I don't know if that's historically accurate. You know,
right?
Typically, historically, when people steal stuff from other people, they're like, no, this is mine. I came up with this. This is mine all along. So I don't know. I don't know how much of it. You know, if they didn't get the hotel right, you know, I don't know about that. Is all I'm saying.
I'll tell you this: our views are going up on YouTube as you talk about Elvis. So I don't know what that says.
Elvis.
So keep talking about he had great hair, very good hair.
Okay, who had better hair, Pike or Elvis?
Oh man!
Oh, come on now, man! Come on,
that's like
original. It's like saying, which your kids do you love more?
Yeah, you gotta love them both equally.
Right, I don't know. Right. I love Pike, but you know, it was Elvis.
Yeah,
Elvis.
So you're gonna dress as Elvis for us for Halloween now, Dan?
Yeah, I don't think I have the hairline for that, buddy.
But Elvis in the original Klingon.
That's it. I think I've said it before. There was a guy at the convention years ago dressed as Elvis, dressed as a Gorn, dressed as Elvis, which was just hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
I would do that. I would like to do Ferengi Elvis.
Oh, that'd be cool. I feel like Ferengi would be Tom Parker.
Who?
The Colonel Tom Parker.
Oh,
Elvis's manager.
Yep. Yeah, probably. Yeah. That dude. He had an autographed copy of the Rules of Acquisition. Kept it in his back pocket.
I'm sure he did. Well, should we start the show? Because we haven't technically.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Here, I'm gonna play the intro. I'm gonna play the intro. Here we go.
Play the intro.
Trekcast. The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again, another week. It's Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I'm Chad, that's Dan, that's Daniel. Daniel, in terms of my, on my end of it, yeah. So, we were just discussing Elvis before the show started, obviously, because, you know, there's some Trek references in there, and it's a movie that I want to see, and Dan watched it this weekend when he was sick on the couch. He even went and watched Into Darkness, so, you know, you can say that his head was a little scrambled.
That's how sick he was.
Yeah, that's how sick he was.
Sick I was. So I fell into the darkness.
That's right.
Totally bad. But hey, we got another good show for you. There's a lot going on. Next week is there's some things coming up next week, so that we'll talk about that as we get into the main topic of the show. But of course, we'll get right into the news, I suppose. Is there anything else we need to go over, guys, before we hit it?
Let's get into the news.
Let's get into the news. I'll just hit that and go.
Star Trek news.
Yeah, there we go.
So Star Trek news.
Yes. So our first news story comes to us today from space.com. And for those of you who have not heard, Star Trek Day is coming. So Star Trek Day is basically Star Trek's answer to D23 or Star Wars Day or all those kind of events. Yeah, Christmas. Yeah, it will be September 8th. And what does Star Trek Day entail? Star Trek Day entails just a bunch of live streams from Paramount about Star Trek. They'll have all sorts of different topics. It looks like Tawny Newsome and Paul F. Tompkins will be hosting the event overall. but there will be panels. There's going to be a Strange New Worlds panel, a tour of Discovery, a Picard panel, a Lower Decks panel, and a few others. So you can watch the whole thing live on StarTrek.com. It'll also be streamed on YouTube, is my understanding. But yeah, that will be going all day, basically. It starts at 3 p.m. Thursday, September 8th.
That's not all,
that's 3 p.m. Eastern.
That's not all day then.
No. But, you know.
You're going to start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go until, 8 or 9 o'clock at night?
So it's going to start when Nana's having dinner.
Uh-huh.
It's going to go until when?
No, she goes to bed around 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so that's 3 p.m. Pacific or Eastern time and 12 noon Pacific. So, if you're at work like me during that day, you'll just get to listen to it at work. So
I got nothing to do all week next week. I'm off until the 12th. I don't go back to start my new job until the 12th. So yeah, I will probably sit and suffer through 2/3 of it.
well,
Hey, you should watch Star Trek Into Darkness.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe I should do like a running commentary over Star Trek Into Darkness. Make that a show.
There you go. There's also going to be, if you go to the Star Trek website, StarTrek.com, and you use the code Star Trek Day, you'll get 20% off merch that day. So basically, wait till that day to buy merch, I guess.
Yep. Wait.
Yeah. Also, soon after that, Paramount Plus will be launching in Italy on September 15th, with Germany and France coming in the next few months. So that's probably good news for our European friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we've got more news about Star Trek Day here at Trekcast. We have talked about it. We decided we are going to do a special post Star Trek Day show. So we will be streaming that Friday. So not on the 9th. It'll be streaming at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, just right here on our YouTube channel and Discord. And so there you guys go. If you can't get enough Star Trek or Trekcast, you'll get more. This will just be a bonus show. It'll just be focused on Star Trek Day. We won't review Lower Decks that day. We'll wait till the actual show on Sunday. But yeah.
Cool.
Yep, so that's September 9th. It's up on the screen right now for those of you watching live. It's a 4:30, 7:30 split, so 4:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific. So that should be some good timing for all of our U.S. audience to be able to come and join us. Our stats show us that U.S.-wise is a lion's share of our listens.
Oh, yeah.
And downloads for the podcast itself. On the YouTube
I even made
side,
a graphic for this show.
Yeah, you made a graphic a week ahead of time instead of 5 minutes after the show closes. So it's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yes. It's like all this planning is helping.
Yeah. So planning does work. Yeah,
Weird.
But plan is a 4-letter word. It drives me nuts. So anyway, okay. So I'll put that graphic back up later so everybody can make sure to see it and catch it. But we got other news stories to do as well.
Oh, for sure. Our next news story comes to us from Variety. They recently did a big interview with Jack Quaid, a.k.a. Boimler, or Huey from The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, which... do you guys watch The Boys?
Oh, yeah.
No?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, The Boys is great.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I know. I need to do the streaming services crop rotation.
Yep.
And when I do that, I'll check it out.
Well, we're coming up on Amazon season, where everybody gets their Amazon for a couple of months so that they can ship everything to their relatives that they don't know what else to get them.
That's true.
For Christmas and everything and holidays. So it's a perfect time for everybody because the latest season just came out. It was an excellent season, probably the bloodiest yet, and hilarious.
Started the Lord of the Rings show.
Yep, there's a lot to watch over on Amazon, and if you haven't watched Reacher over on Amazon. Oh boy,
I haven't.
That's a great show. That's a great show.
Okay.
With one mountain of a man.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Reacher.
That's true.
Yep.
So Variety interviewed Jack Quaid, and they talked to him a little bit about the upcoming crossover with Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks. He was very excited to share about it and talk about it. He says, yes, him and Tawny Newsome will be live action. So I'm guessing that means like Rutherford and Tindy will not be, because he's very clear that it's just him and Tawny Newsome. Also, to the question of will his hair be purple? Yes, it will be purple. Very purple. So there's that. They also asked him, how does he get in the headspace to be Boimler? Like just the nerdiness and excitement and all that. He says he talks to the show creator, Mike Mahan, and just feeds off that enthusiasm and channels that, and then basically Boimler is the producer. So I thought that was funny.
What does the woman who plays Tendy, what does she look like?
She looks like Mariner. Oh, no, not Tindy. I thought you meant Mariner and Tawny Newsome.
She's cute.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just trying to think,
She looks Tindy-ish, actually.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Tawny Newsome looks like Mariner. So
they all kind of look like their characters.
There she is, right there. Oh yeah,
well,
she really does.
Rutherford.
She really does.
Rutherford doesn't. That's the thing.
No.
Rutherford doesn't. So
he doesn't have cybernetic implants.
No.
Well, he's also, I think he's Filipino or something, right?
Right. He is. Yeah.
So he doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'll get canceled at some point because he's playing the wrong face. That's a thing that upsets people. So that's bound to happen.
Yeah. Well, Chad's got Tawny or Tindy up on her live stream right now.
Yeah. So she does look like Tindy.
Yeah. Kind of.
She really does.
So,
I mean, you paint that face green, and that's Tindy.
Yeah.
Where did you put that? You put that in the Discord?
In the Discord live stream, yeah.
In the live stream,
or
not
on the live
Discord.
stream on YouTube. Well, no, it's showing up in Discord.
All right.
Actually, no, I guess it wouldn't, would it? It's only going to show up in the live stream over on YouTube. Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Oops.
All right. So our last news story comes to us today from the news source we always go to, luxurylaunches.com. Our just number one news source we go to.
Yep.
And the headline is Star Trek obsessed Chinese billionaire spends $97 million to build his office in the shape of the USS Enterprise. So yeah, if I'm sure Chad's got the pictures up. Yep, there he goes. And there it is, man. That is an office building that this Chinese billionaire has created. It's supposed to look in the shape of the Enterprise. I mean, yeah, you can see it. It's definitely one of those.
Looks
do you
more
ever
like
see Star
Voyager.
Trek moments?
Yeah, looks more like a Voyager.
Yeah, it's kind of Voyager-ish. Yeah.
So this building was actually built like 10, 15 years ago. This isn't a
I remember.
This isn't a new news story. Just so everybody knows.
It's weird because this news story just came up just a couple days ago. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then for a while,
maybe
it
it's
was
like
empty.
finished. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Commenced in October of 2010, completed in 2020 and 2014.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been there.
And
for
I don't know why Luxury Launches is behind the ball. What's going on?
They didn't have it.
They're always so reliable.
It was a slow news day for them. They couldn't cover the launching of Jeff Bezos' newest yacht because it couldn't get underneath a bridge, so they had to come up with something else.
Indeed.
I'm just trying to figure out how we have Chinese billionaires. I thought they have communism over there and everybody is equal.
Well, they waited until they had lots of money, then they decided to take it.
Yeah, they do a little bit of both. So this dude is an online game developer. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. He's also a University of Kansas alum, so there you go, guys.
What does he own? NetEase? Is that?
No, he owns NetDragon Software.
Close. I was close.
Yeah. And this building is giant, apparently. It does kind of look Voyager-ish, like you were saying.
Well, I mean, it's a Galaxy class building, so it's big.
Fair. I wonder if it has a holodeck and a cetacean ops.
It does look like there's actually another building under the building here, and they've got park and grass on a upper level, like maybe 1 or 2 stories up. Actually, here between, like, is there street level?
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. And there's a building back here. I mean, I guess my only thing about this that I would wonder about is, number one, Not wondering about why.
Number one.
Clearly,
Number
we
one.
know why.
Number one.
But my question is how does this work in terms of people working together and being able to communicate? But in reality, that doesn't matter anymore because they don't even have to be next to one another. So then again, why build the office? I don't know.
I think they wear like a brooch or something, and they tap on the brooch, and they can then talk to whoever they want to. I think that's how it works in that building.
Do you think that they have Earl Grey tea at all, like the break rooms?
Oh, they better. Otherwise, that's an epic fail. You spend $97 million and you don't put Earl Grey tea hot in every commissary, you're so wrong. If there's not a 10 forward somewhere, he's done it wrong.
Do you think he's got like panels where it looks like TNG or TNG style computers?
Somewhere
it's got to, right?
You have to have that overlay, that UI somewhere.
It's got to be a bridge. So. There's a bridge in that building somewhere. Maybe he's the only one who has access to it.
Yeah,
but there's got to be
on the elevator. Is the elevator voice command? Please tell me it is. Instead of hitting a button.
But it's voice command. But they don't have a virtual assistant. So instead, there's a guy sitting in a room somewhere all by himself, like O'Brien would, just waiting for someone to call him, listening, and taking the commands and doing.
He's got the old style. He's got the old style operator thing where he's just punching the cords in.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh god, that'd be great. That'd be great.
I think we've milked that one as much as possible.
Oh yeah. We can keep going if we really tried, but that's all right.
We'll try.
We're good. Oh yeah. That's all the news stories, guys.
Well, hey, Showtime and Paramount are merging. We all know that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they're owned
Paramount
by the
owns Showtime.
Yeah, they own the same company, but they're merging the services over on Paramount Plus.
Right.
So
yeah, we've already done that.
Have we talked about that? I didn't know that was a. I know we
talked about that.
But I didn't know if that was a thing that was like everybody knows about it. I don't know about it until you said something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're merging that. So if you get Paramount Plus, they have two tiers where you can get it just Paramount Plus, or you can get Paramount Plus and Showtime together. And it's
Showtime is the plus, is what you're saying.
The plus, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Paramount Plus. So, yeah.
Christ.
I know, right?
Too early.
They're nickel and diming you. They are nickel and diming us.
Everything nickels and dimes you. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. We are humming along. Ready for the topic?
Go for it.
It's the main topic.
It's such a simple sound effect. It's such a simple sound effect.
It is. But it works.
It works great. All right. So we're talking about the second episode of Season 3 of Lower Decks. What was it called? I'm totally drawn a blank.
The Least Dangerous Game.
The Least Dangerous Game, which, of course, is the game they're referring to, I think, is the one with Martok, which is absolutely hilarious that there is a Ferengi knockoff game made that looks like a version of, I don't know, the old
D&D.
It's D&D, but it's also a mixture of like what they used to do way back in the day when they had Clue on VHS. Remember how you'd play those games on VHS with that you'd go through?
I'm sorry. Who is this you speak of? Because I did not do such things.
I did that.
So it was the name of the game was like Batlets and something, right?
Yeah. Batlets and something.
Batlets and something. And I looked up that other word in Klingon. And it basically meant like cowards. So basically the game they were playing was Bitches and Blades. That's what they were playing.
Nice.
That's hilarious, though. Some of the things that they had Martok say.
He was very excited. Well, they said it wasn't Martok, but a Ferengi ripoff of Martok.
Yeah, but that was Hertzler's voice.
Yeah. Oh, it was his voice.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely him.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's great. I think that's wonderful that is now a thing that lives in the universe where they have video games of famous.
I think it's great. I think it's great in that they were showing how nerdy these four are.
Yeah.
In that they were drawing a parallel to now, where you have people who have the whole world in front of them, but they'd rather sit in the basement with three friends and roll the dice. And you have you have these four who have the whole universe in front of them. They have this massive spaceship that they live on. They have a holodeck where they can do anything in the world.
Yep.
But they'd rather play this Ferengi knockoff, this Ferengi knockoff game where they're half-assed cosplaying it. I mean, they could go to the holodeck and fight real Klingons, real holographic Klingons.
Right.
So I thought it was funny.
Well, it's like a retro game to them, right? It'd be like you going to the store and picking up the Sega Genesis so you can plug it into your monitor on a little box on your tabletop or something and play a Sonic game from 87 or something, right? So,
well, I mean, you can make the same argument that, like, in TNG, right, where they literally were exploring other planets, and meanwhile, we're going to listen to Data talk about his cat and do a poetry reading, you know?
Or play chess. I mean, why play chess when you can be a pawn in an actual chessboard kind of thing, right?
Right.
So, I mean...
That's true.
Yeah. So, plus, not everybody has access to the holodeck all the time. I mean, you can't have the entire ship on the holodeck at any given moment, so...
Well, there's hundreds of people on the ship, and there's, 3 or 4 holodecks, maybe?
Yeah.
And one is always trying to kill you, apparently?
One is, Badgie exists, so they can't really go...
Right. Oh, yeah. We haven't heard from Badgie this season.
We haven't heard from Badgie.
It's only 2 episodes
We haven't heard from Jennifer. I mean, these are main characters we have to know about.
Indeed. Or the dog. I want the dog back.
Or the exocomp that gained consciousness.
Peanut Butter Hamper.
Peanut Butter Hamper.
Yeah.
Need an episode where we have all of them. The Flying Dog, Peanut Butter Hamper.
They form like the Legion of Doom or something.
Yes.
Yeah, they could do a crossover with Rick and Morty and call them the Vindicators.
Nice.
That'd be hilarious.
Nice. That'd be great.
That would be good.
But yeah, so what was the episode about, Chad?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do. I'm kidding.
All right. So Mariner's been reassigned to Ransom. It's Ransom's job to get her in tip-top Starfleet shape or bounce her out of Starfleet. So he's coming up with stupid shit for her to do. There's a mission down on this planet. They have to repair a atmospheric elevator, and they also have to do some ambassador type stuff. And Ransom comes up with the great idea that the engineer in Rutherford will go do the ambassador stuff, and he and Mariner will fix the elevator and kind of flip-flop what would normally be done. And there are disastrous results. Ransom is not an engineer, and Rutherford and what's the guy's name? The engineer,
Mustache Man. I don't know.
Mustache Man. I don't know. So they get into some diplomatic trouble down there. They're about to be put to death for I think they forgot to expose their navel when they walked into.
Lieutenant Commander Andy Billups.
Yeah, Billups.
Billups or Phillips?
Billups. No, it's Billups.
Billups. Oh, jeez.
Yep. So Ransom and Mariner have to go rescue the two of them.
Yep.
She decides to do it by herself before he decides they're going to do it. So, once again, she knows best, and she's going to disregard his orders. And so she's skydiving off this platform.
She was right, though. He was being a dick
she was
on
right.
purpose to try to get her to do that. And and yeah, so I mean, he's worthless. Ransom is so worthless.
What are you talking about?
Ransom.
See those abs?
His abs saved the day.
Abs.
Yeah,
it's true.
He saved the day with his abs.
His little bubble.
Come on, Chad. That's just jealousy speaking.
When he's working, I know. I wish I had a body like that. You're right. I do.
You know what? Our views went up the moment we started speaking about Ransom's abs. So there's that. I'm just watching it. Like literally, we said that, and the views went up. So.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Oh my God.
Lord help us. It's an okay episode. I mean, there are certain parts of this episode that were great, but this wasn't one of those ones where I was laughing the entire time, like the opener. The grounded, the season opener was hysterical. But it was an okay episode overall. I don't know where they're going with the whole Ransom and Mariner thing. I mean, for a split second.
They're going to hook up.
Well, for a split second in past seasons, she kind of liked him, and he really likes her. We all know that he likes her.
Well, I mean,
Right.
he's only hard on her because she makes a bard.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
Why not that?
We didn't mention the B plot about Boimler being bold Boimler.
That's the part of it that I really enjoyed. Bold Boimler. That part I really enjoyed. So I'm hoping that just causes all kinds of hijinks with him getting in trouble, because it's like the plot of Yes Man all
Right.
over again. So
George Costanza did that too.
yeah.
To recap real quick, basically, Boimler, Tindy puts it in Boimler's head that he needs to stop just turning everything down and playing it so safe. So he starts saying yes to literally everything and takes every opportunity and goes and plays spring ball. And then eventually an alien creature says, "Hey, can I hunt you?" And he says yes to it like an idiot.
Yeah.
And is literally hunted like Predator style, to the point where he even covers himself in what looks like black mud to hide himself. And he gets hunted, for a selfie, and it's great.
I know, at the end there when he pulls out the selfie stick, that was one of the few times I cracked up in this, the Martok scenes, and then during that when he pulls out the selfie stick, I was laughing.
Yeah.
Do you know who the
was
voice actor was of the alien?
No, who was it?
Very famous voice actor from video games, Nolan North.
Yeah, I just looked that up because I thought it was Hertzler. I thought he did both.
No.
But
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Yeah, it was
and
Nolan North.
cool.
Name sounds
Nolan
familiar.
North?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see.
Can't peg what he's done, but that name sounds familiar. Maybe I'm thinking of Christopher Nolan. I don't know.
He was the voice of Nathan Drake in the Uncharted games.
Okay, yeah. Those
So
are great games. I've only
yeah,
played
that's
one
probably
of them,
his
but it was a
biggest
blast,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done a few other voices. Yeah. He was Hal Jordan in Green Lantern's Beware My Power.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's a classic.
I know, right?
Phenomena. Do.
I'm just looking at his list of stuff.
He was on
he's-
Blaze and the Monster Machines. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's that.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
He did some Family Guy. He did some American Dad. He did some Rick and Morty.
That may be where I noticed the name Rick and Morty. He's Jeffrey.
He was in the
was-
Lion
yeah.
Guard. Whatever that is.
Lots of voice stuff. It looks like
Lots of voice stuff.
Cool.
So there we go.
He was Clark Kent in Batman Family.
Mm.
Yeah, lots of animated stuff.
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
enough.
there you go.
Yep, I think so.
He's done a few things.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you guys like the episode?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was a filler episode. It was
Yeah,
It
nothing
kind of felt like it. to me.
special, but
Yeah.
I like them all. I just like some more than others.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. Cool. Well, before we get into feedback, then we should probably take a break. Take a quick commercial break, because now we have to do that. And yeah. So
So this is where we're going to put a
we-
marker in where we cut to commercial.
where-
and
yes.
It's not going to be talking about Viagra.
it might be.
We
It
have
might
no
be.
idea.
We have no idea.
Is this where the popcorn comes dancing out and says, "Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby." No,
I mean, depends on where I put the break. That literally could be on the other side of the break. So yeah, we'll go to break and then we'll come back with our feedback segment.
all right.
Okay, we're back.
I was going to say
That's how that works.
That's how that works.
That's
we have
how
to
that
put
works.
we have to put a marker in there.
That's how-
We have no idea.
That's how TV magic works.
At least it won't cut us off in the middle of the damn sentence, right? Where everybody's sitting there
right.
listening to us, and I'm just talking up, and then an ad comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sometimes it says it mid-word, which is
Yeah,
great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
isn't
boy.
it?
Yeah. So hopefully that'll fix that problem. I do want to hear about the crazy commercials people get. I'm curious about that. So
Yeah.
please let us know, guys.
I actually have
So
not
let's-
gone back and listened to anything yet to hear any ads. but I plan
I
on
have.
doing that
I've
this week.
had a couple of Target ads. I had a credit card commercial ad. And what was the other one I had? I had one for Idaho because I live here. I guess I don't.
Well, yeah, they have to give you ads to vacation in Idaho when you live in Idaho.
Well, no, it was Idaho. Please don't go. Please don't go.
No, mine was about like put out your campfires because it's fire danger now and all this stuff.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. We've got a state park nearby that's been on fire for a week.
In New York?
Yeah,
He's not in the city.
yeah.
I
Not in
know
Manhattan, bro.
I know you're not in Manhattan or one of the boroughs. I'm just
New York is not Coruscant, where it's just a giant city.
Yeah, exactly. Where are you from? I'm from Coruscant. Uptown.
Uptown Coruscant.
Level
Right.
34 and above.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've had a drought here for I've mowed my lawn twice in the last 2 months.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and it wasn't it wasn't a campfire that started it. It was we finally got some rain and it was a lightning strike and it struck the ground and it started a fire and there wasn't enough rain to put it out. So they've been fighting this fire for over a week now.
Huh.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Chad, did you get the voicemail I forwarded to you?
I have it in an email, and I can pull it up and play it right now.
Cool. Let's play that voicemail, and then we'll go through the other feedback.
Okay, here we go.
Hello boys, it's Tim over in the south of England. It's been a while since I've sent any voice messages, but I am listening, chaps, but I'm a little bit delayed, what with life getting in the way, but I am listening, and I was listening to your episode about the future of Star Trek and the Comic-Con, the recent Comic-Con, and you were talking about season 3 of Picard in particular, and I think like a lot of people really hated the first 2 seasons. I think they've been completely awful, the worst of any Trek.
Bloody hell!
In my opinion, I'm a little bit hopeful for season 3 because Robert Meyer Burnett, who has a lot of criticism for New Trek, has allegedly seen some of this and is shouting from the rafters about how good it is. So if he is sold, then I am. And of course, the fanboy in us, we all want to see the TNG crew reunited. I really do hope it's not for the last 2 episodes of the season though, because that would be quite poor. But I get the feeling that because Patrick Stewart has had his influence in the last 2 seasons, and it's all been about Project Patrick, really, hasn't it? He quite clear in his thoughts that he didn't want it to be about season 8 of TNG, but that's what the fans want, so I'm a little bit hopeful, not too hopeful. I've loved Strange New Worlds. That's certainly been the best of New Trek. That and Lower Decks I've really enjoyed. Strange New Worlds has had a couple of issues, but on the whole I've really enjoyed it. Possibly worth a repeat viewing, which I can't really say for Discovery or Picard. And I'm not sure whether I'd buy it on Blu-ray. Well, I've got everything pre-2000 up to 2009 on Blu-ray. Got it on physical media, everything, the animated series, everything. But I've not bought a single thing since 2009. I'm thinking about Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks. Anyway, look, I'm driving. I am hands-free, so keep up the good work, lads. I really enjoy your show. It's one of my highlights, but just because I haven't done anything or sent any voicemails doesn't mean I'm not listening. And love you, mean it. Take care, boys and girls. Cheerio. Bye-bye. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Cheerio, ta-ta.
Can I
That's
tell
awesome.
you, I love getting these voicemails from people in different parts of the world.
I do.
And
Yeah, me too.
just hearing, the different ways they talk and just the thought of our voices traveling around the world and having things and thoughts in common with people in all different corners of this sphere, if that makes sense.
It's such exotic locations like Canada.
All right, come on, don't ruin my nice moment.
No, that was very cool. That was very cool.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's
a good feeling.
Sure.
I picture, I'm listening to his voicemail, and of course, I'm picturing him stuck in that traffic circle near Big Ben, like Clark W. Griswold, just going around and around. Actually, it would be this way. I'm sorry, I made my circle the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But
see, I picture him driving like an old school Model T with a top hat and like those like cloth like butler gloves as he's just driving along.
The cigarette.
Yeah.
The cigarette long holder. Yeah. Yep.
Looking like the penguin. Just,
we have fans from all over the world. We alienate every one of them.
Every single one of them. We just
every single
even
one
during
of them.
their voicemail, I make fun of their accent. Bloody hell!
Yep.
Yes.
No, I love it. It's great. I think that's.
I want to leave a
voicemail.
voicemail. I want to leave a voicemail for some, some British podcast, and have them play it just to listen to the shit they say.
Yeah.
While our voice, you just hear the host are like pizza, baseball. Hey, forget about it. Right? It's just
Right. I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
You talking to me?
America.
No, I mean, I think that is what, for me, I think that's part of what makes this show so enjoyable is the three of us can come together and just talk about whatever and give each other shit and have a good time and just be guys, just be bros, just sitting and talking about something that we love. And I think that's what's great about these voicemails is you can tell when someone calls in, they're doing the same thing. And so now they become part of that conversation with the three of us. And that's why we talk to them the way that we do, because they're just part of the guys sitting at the pub, having a pint. Cheerio.
That's what you do. Yeah, for sure. Cheerio. Cheerio, indeed.
I remember one of our voicemails, or maybe it was an email, like way back, and someone had said that's kind of what it feels like listening to the show. It feels like I'm sitting at the pub with my mates, having a pint, and just talking about something that we all love. And that's what the show is supposed to. Yeah, exactly how we fooled them. That is exactly what this show has always been and will ever be. And that's part of what makes it great for me. That's why I have so much fun doing it.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. That's it on the voicemail front and the email front. We talked about the chart thing last week, didn't I?
I've got some emails, but go ahead and do the chart while I pull up the emails.
Where we were on the charts. I think I did cover that. I've got another one on the charts. Let's see. And the last time we were on the charts, we were at number 241 in Canada and 241 in Germany.
Right.
This time on the charts, we're not on the Canadian chart of the top 250 anymore, but can you guess which market we moved up 138 points in to become number 95? Underneath the category of TV reviews, we are ranked number 95 in this country. Can you guess?
Colombia.
You'll never guess.
No, let's say Uruguay.
The United States of America.
95?
We are ranked number 95 underneath the category of TV reviews in the United States in the last week. In Great Britain, we are number 163. And in Germany, we are number 249, so just barely in the top 250 for it to show up on this chart.
It's wild, man.
That is crazy. That is insane. I don't think we've ever broken into the top 250 in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do got an email from Scott Bowders. So let me read that. He says, I wanted to point out that Martok used a detang to open a bottle of blood wine after the Daha Master Kor sacrificed himself to fend off a fleet of Jem'Hadar warships. I also wanted to thank Dan for sending me the devil dogs. It was fun. Something from Michigan is coming your way in the future. Maybe he means Well, he might mean Scott because he's from Michigan, so maybe that's what's coming from Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife is going to be like, hey, there's a guy at the door
Right.
with a very
Right.
strong beard, but
He says him and his son enjoyed making the Packlet review of the Double Dogs, and you can see that on the Trekcast Facebook page.
Yep.
He hopes
Nice.
everybody has a great Labor Day weekend. And P.S. Tindy wearing Just to Tell. Not sure how I feel about that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people questioning things about themselves after that.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Between that and She-Hulk twerking, the Green Ladies were on full force this week.
I haven't watched any She-Hulk. Not that I want to get on that subject right now, but I haven't watched any
Yeah.
of it. I don't even have Disney at this point.
It's not a bad show. I like it.
It's not a bad show. I'm going to tell you right now. You have to take the CGI with a grain of salt.
Yes.
And there's a legitimate reason for it. They have been doing big, hulking, muscular men via CGI for years now.
Right.
To do a woman, they're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. That, and they have softer features. Well, what makes a woman attractive is softer features, where, you know, a man to have gruff and stubble and stuff on their face that actually adds to the realism.
Yeah.
And they can't do that. They can't do that for a woman, and because of that, the CGI doesn't look as good as you think that it should. But
Well, and it's that, and it's also like they've got all the Hulk assets just saved on a server, right? Like the layering and all that
Yep.
extra stuff. They paid, you know, millions and millions of dollars for film to have those assets somewhere.
Guys.
Now they've got to build it all from scratch for She-Hulk.
yeah,
Guys,
Yep.
you're skirting around the issue. Just say what you really want to say. Women
What's
are
that?
complicated.
Oh, gee.
they are. They are.
That's right.
I totally trolled Mike Medina on on Facebook this week. One of the times I pulled it up, and he made a post saying, "No, I thought She-Hulk was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it." And so I just made a comment saying, "I put an X by your name in my book for that," just to see what he would say. And he wrote a book. It was nice. It was a good read.
Nice.
I haven't even watched the show. I have no idea. I see these memes
Yeah,
about the
it's not
twerking
a
and
bad
all
show.
that, but I could care less. Like, whatever. If she's dancing, I mean, hell, Star-Lord danced in the first movie, for crying out loud,
Yeah.
at a weird, awkward
What
moment.
they
But
do.
it's funny. It's who cares? It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We did get a donation on our Ko-fi account. Coffee
nice.
account.
Nice. I meant to go pull
From
that
Commander
up.
Felton.
Ah, thank
He
you.
Thank you,
says,
Commander.
he says, keep the reviews and commentary coming. So there you go.
All right,
We are.
cool. Thank you, Commander.
Thank you.
So back on the food note, before I forget, I do actually
Yes.
have a food item to send both of you. I was going to send it this
Oh,
week.
nice.
I wound up not getting time. It's in order for it to get there on time for today. So I held on to it. I've got a second food item that I'm going to get. So when I ship this
Okay.
out on Tuesday, by the end of the week, you'll have both of them. We can either use one for Friday, one for Sunday, or we can just use one for Sunday the next Sunday, whatever. But it's two different.
Is
food
it
items.
is it an egg salad sandwich?
If that would keep, if I could ship that to you frozen and it actually keep, I would probably do that. That would be hilarious. But no,
Is it mayonnaise?
it's not mayonnaise. It's not the favorite. It's not the best condiment of all time, which is mayonnaise.
Oh no, mayonnaise is not.
I use mayonnaise
No.
on everything, almost.
Wow.
I use it on
That
burgers.
explains
so
why.
I
much.
use it on brats. Yeah, I know. I use mayonnaise on a lot. Sandwiches. I mean, but the only thing I don't put it on is eggs.
Pancakes.
I don't put it on pancakes. No.
You say that now.
No, I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that. No, that's gross. That's gross. I make my own homemade mayonnaise. So that's how white I am. So,
Fair. Fair.
freedom fries.
Oh yeah,
yes, fries
X
and
up in the
mayonnaise. Yes.
chat if you guys want to talk to us. We forgot to say that. X up in the chat if you want to talk.
Yeah, we're going to go into
So-
the feedback. I will play the. I think I'll play the.
Listener feedback.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun,
Okay,
dun,
here we
dun.
go. Chaz, you're up first. You X'd up first. Go for it.
Okay.
How's it going, man?
So
Going on?
Pretty good. You got me with the mayonnaise. So Chad likes to stir the mayonnaise. Oh my gosh. Well, this last week's episode wasn't my favorite, but I like the hunting part. Because
Are you a hunter?
I'd be the hunted for sure.
Oh, okay.
You'd be the screaming Boimler. Yeah.
I'd be the screaming Boimler. And especially the George Costanza moment. If they had Jason Alexander play the hunter, that would have been funny.
That would have been great, actually.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be
And he
good.
loves Star Trek. He would have done it, probably.
Oh,
Yes,
he'll show up at some point. I guarantee.
Oh, I'm
he'll
sure.
show up.
Just how easy that would have been just to have him in there. And, and most of those guys can phone it in, really, from their phones. And they can,
Yeah.
have somebody go over to their house, record from their house, and then they send it over. So,
Right.
Yeah.
and be super easy. But it was nice having J.G. Hertzler back and listen to his voice. Definitely miss that guy.
That was great.
There was much honor in that cameo.
Yeah. And do you guys have innies or outies?
Well, that's a personal question.
Yeah, come on, man. Wow.
Just go, you need to donate to the coffee account to find out about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
You want to
my-
find out? Go to trekcast.com/OnlyFans.
Yes.
Innies and outies.
Wait till the men of Trekcast calendar for that question.
That's right.
I love how they lifted up their shirts and he's like, he's got an outie. You know?
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
And then, she parachutes down and then climbs up and realizes it's a rock climbing wall. It's not a ladder.
That was hilarious. That was pretty good. There's just no reason. It reminded me of Galaxy. You know what that reminded me of? I almost forgot about this. When I saw that, I got a chuckle, and it reminded me of Galaxy Quest when there's the things hitting each other, and Sigourney Weaver's like, "Why are these things here?" And he goes, "I don't know."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all these movies when they make like an engineering part and it's just ridiculous.
Right, for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, it's almost like a platforming game or something. Yeah.
It's just some other MacGuffin in order to cause drama for them to get through it, right? So,
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
That was pretty funny.
And then the part where Boimler stands up to the hunter and he just stabs him right in the chest.
Yeah.
And like I didn't see that coming. He's like, "Ha!" and he just threw him right on the snot.
Well, and the guy goes, what did he say to him? He goes, "Oh, by the way, if you suddenly decide to be the hunter, don't announce it."
Right.
Then he takes
He's
a
not
selfie
wrong.
with him.
Yeah, the selfie was great. The selfie stick. It literally looks like an iPhone at the end of a stick. Did you notice that? It looks like an iPhone.
Yeah. That's what it was supposed to look like. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
It's good.
Yeah, it's one of those things like sometimes you got to go back through because I kind of had the episode on and then I wasn't paying attention to it and then I was like, well, I almost need to replay it because I'm missing all the little Easter eggs here and there
Yeah.
because the show
They
has
throw a lot out there.
yes. I mean, they even have the dolphins in this episode, so
That's right. They did.
yes.
He jumps in there like, dude, not cool.
Yeah.
You got your shoes on. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sees the captain and he's like, "Thanks for the mimosas,"
Yeah.
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 Everybody loved the
And
hunter.
friends together, and it's like that's great.
But the whole thing does go to prove a point in terms of Boimler and why he hasn't advanced. He's too cautious, right? He's too cautious.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to know people.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see this backfire.
It's
Yeah.
like when Picard saw the road that could have been with Q, and he was like the medical officer and was playing it safe and just same idea.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, really it
yes,
is.
exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I would really like to see Q on this show because he would work so well.
He's been on the show.
Yeah, but I mean, like come back like a recurring
Oh, yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Kinda
Actually
like
do
on
something
next
more
year.
than one line, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
he that episode he really didn't have anything to do, and I mean, like, what is John Delancey doing right now? And plus, you don't have to dress up; you're just doing voice acting. So
Yeah.
Well,
Can
I
you-
mean, spoiler alert for Picard season 2, but I don't think he's coming back.
Well, no, this is before. Remember, because this is after, right? On Picard season 2.
Yeah,
Does
it's
Lower
This
just
is
Decks
in
before-
between,
Yeah,
right?
does Lower Decks take place
but-
before Picard? Is that yeah?
it's my understanding it takes place right at the tail end of Voyager.
Yeah, because that's why the uniforms haven't changed, really.
And
So
that's why you've got Tom Paris doing a world tour.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So everybody's kind of younger. It's not like they're super old or anything. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Like we've always said about this show anyway, it's canon in, not canon out. So if they want to have Q show
Yeah.
up and
Yep,
do
yep.
shenanigans, they can and they will. So
and
Oh.
plus, Q's kind of like Doctor Who. Like Doctor Who can go all through time, but he dies several times and then comes back. So
Right.
yeah, again,
Right.
it's very linear thinking.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jasmine, you got any other feedback you wanted to give?
That's it. You know, I was
All
like,
right.
I think the Devil Dogs did it for your show for increased viewership. So
There you go. There you
it's
go.
like you got Dan Lombardo talking about sandwiches and
That's what
birds
does
aren't
it.
real, and that's for Daniel. And then and you
Awesome.
guys said you're going to start streaming on Twitch and other things, right?
We're trying. We're trying.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Well,
tried to
yeah.
do that before the show started, but you can't stream to two different services at once through my OBS setup. So we'll have to figure that out.
We'll
You might
figure
could
it
try
out.
OnlyFans, so that'd be great.
Yeah.
So
We'll start
Sure.
selling
Just
feed
upload
photos.
to Twitch later. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
No.
Well, thanks. Thanks for the feedback. We do have one comment in the YouTube chat, and they were saying that even an average episode of Lower Decks is some great TV, some of his favorite Star Trek TV since Voyager. So,
Okay.
cool.
very nice, very nice.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much it, guys.
All right.
As usual, we never know how to end a show. So
Yeah.
I don't think we're done.
We're done here.
So with that said, Weird might be done with today, but we are not done with new Trek content over the next week. Obviously, we'll have another show next weekend covering the
Sunday, yeah.
third episode of season 3
Third episode of Lower Decks.
Yep, third episode of Lower Decks. But of course, we've got Star Trek Day coming up on Thursday, which we will cover on Friday in our post Star Trek Day recap show. That show will be streaming live on YouTube and Discord, 4:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, 6:52 in Baltimore.
That's right. That's right.
Someone's going to get confused by that, but that's my old joke. Anyway,
And ahead of that, if you want to leave us a voicemail, you can reach out to us at 816-287-0448. 816-287-0448. Operators are not standing by. None of us will pick up. Do not call expecting to speak to us. It will not happen. What you will hear is a recorded message from our very own Chad Waldo. And then you can leave a message and we'll play it on the show. So give us a call.
yep, give us a call. Make sure you send us an email, trekcasttng@gmail.com or chadiswrong@gmail.com. And of course, over on the Instagram, you can post some messages up over there with Daniel, runs the Instagram as well as the Twitter now. Daniel is all things social media. If
And
you
the
haven't,
TikTok and
yeah, TikTok now as well. So if you're
the
on
Truth
TikTok, you can find
Social
us
and
there. Oh my God, you're on Truth Social.
Oh, God.
just kidding.
Trekcast is great. It's the greatest podcast in the world.
you
Everyone
do.
agrees. Everyone agrees. People come up to me all the time and they say, Trekcast, fantastic. Check it out.
We have to get on that platform now, if not for anything other than that clip right there. Just put that
Right.
out there. I mean,
Yeah.
just, that's the only thing. Just that's it. One thing. Never post again.
Oh God, I'd be afraid of the comments. Just socialism, socialism.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna be.
Actually, you could get a thing up there with comments from. Actually, that would be the greatest thing to do on Truth Social. Is what the guy does over on Twitter, who's like the real Ducat.
Oh yeah.
You get over on Truth Social and you start making posts about the fascist governments and all that kind of stuff.
That guy has very clearly got. That guy very clearly got a Truth Social account because now he's doing the updated truce. So yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. All right. Well,
guys,
thanks everybody for listening.
Run.
All right.
Yeah.
See you, man. Take care.
All right.
Live long and prosper.
Yep. As
right.
always, we will see you next week.